Okay, guys, for this, you're gonna film a friend, or you can have a friend film you. In other words, video record them with your phone. And there's a number of ways to do this. You want to keep the person in full frame. So in this example here, the person walks through the frame, and that's totally fine because the loop you can see here is her front left foot can happen from here. Front left foot lands, and there it lands again. So you get the whole motion. Now she does something called the Pac-Man, or I call it the Pac-Man, which is she disappears and re-enters on and off screen. In your animation, you're gonna keep the person, no matter what they're doing, right in the middle of the frame. But here, the camera's wide angle enough to capture what would be something that can loop. Here's another example. This one's pretty good. Now he Pac-Mans, but again, you can really easily kind of determine what would be a loop. So let's look at his foot here. If we started the animation here, that would be the loop right there. From there to there. So you're going to want to film more than the loop, but enough to capture what will be loopable. This is another pretty good one. Here, I'll just play it in full frame. Jumps. Easy. So the loop would be frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it might take like 10 or 12 frames to capture the whole thing, but you can see how it would easily loop. This one's a great one. I love it. It's perfect. The only problem with this one is she filmed it in slow motion. Isn't that great? But the only problem is that the camera angle's kind of abstract. It's like we're way up here. So I would just film the person straight on, so you don't have any sort of weird distortions. But again, you can capture 8 frames of the dance move perfectly here. And finally, here's one other one that works really well. You could see how you could capture a loop. So in case that's not clear, you'll see the first frame will be very much like the last frame, right about there in your animation. So you want to film wide angle enough to capture a loop and see the whole motion and submit your project